Launch initiated. tactical asset within range.
Attack underway. Keep Liberty. Eagle 1, leaving combat zone to resupply.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again. Extract when you're ready.
Last reload!
Sending down equipment package.
Our citizens depend on you for their safety.
Extraction is available.
Bug outpost spotted! Prepare to exterminate!
Outpost destroyed.
Eyes up front! Helldivers gonna show us how it's done!
Terminate outpost destroyed. Sending down equipment package. at 30 minutes remaining. Outpost cleared.
Hostiles! Inbound! Last reload!
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
You will never destroy our way of life! Have a taste of democracy! Gotta fix this liberty-forsaken arm!
Pelican 1 returning to extraction point. Please ensure you're inside the extraction radius. ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
lot of samples. Well done.
The struggle for managed democracy continues. We have no time to waste. Liberty calls for aid across the galaxy. Well,
Initiating FTL jump to the adherent system. FTL jump successful. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Launch initiated.
Pry this city from the enemy's grasp.
Sending down equipment package.
Democracy! War victory!
Terminate outpost purged.
Price of freedom! Eat the cake! fight!
Administering freedom.
Another triumph for managed democracy. May liberty guide your safe extraction.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Bug outpost! Say hello to democracy!
Outpost cleared.
Found something!
You may proceed to extraction when ready. Terminate outpost purged.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Mission at 30 minutes remaining. Extraction is available.
Bug outpost spotted. Say hello to democracy!
Terminate outpost destroyed. Roger. Pelican 1 will re-attempt pickup at extraction zone. Deploying equipment package. ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Get some! Get some! Have a taste of democracy!
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
That's called democracy!
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
You will forever be remembered as heroes of this metropolis.
Lots of enemies killed, lots of samples collected. That's a good mission in my book.
The bugs are a plague. You are the vaccine. Well done, Helldiver. This operation...
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized. Hellpod launch initiated.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
Sending down equipment package.
Found something? There's something here. Found something. outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Outpost cleared. Sending down equipment package.
There's something here. Firing gas strike. Found something.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Found something.
Sending down equipment package.
Bug outpost spotted. Get some! Get some! Last reload.
Bug outpost destroyed.
My life for Super Earth. Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Bug outpost destroyed. You may proceed to extraction when ready. Tactical asset nearby. Extraction is available. Firing gas strike. Helldiver KIA deploying replacement. Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Democracy has landed. Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
to extraction when ready. Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius. Firing gas strike. ETA, T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
You will never destroy our
ETA,
way of life!
T-minus 1 minute. ETA, T-minus 30 seconds. ETA, T-minus 20 seconds. ETA, T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone. Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Liberty smiles upon your trail.
triumphant return.
Ready for another mission, Helldiver?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
But that's the world we live in now, right? Like, you can do anything, and if you're shameless enough, you can get away with it. So the Israeli government, the kings of shamelessness, they can kill Americans, they can live stream a genocide, they can starve people to death. There was it? I think it was Smotrich who said, well, the world's not going to let us, the world's not going to let us, like, kill Palestinians. He said something like that. Or starve people. He said something like that. And it's like, sorry, bro, you miscalculated. That's actually not true. It looks like they are going to let you do it. But that's what we're doing right now. That's what we're witnessing right now. So, shame on us. Shame on us. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what the answer is to get us back to a place where things matter, right? Where the real world actually matters. But it sure feels nihilistic as fuck looking at the current landscape. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now if you want to. As you all know, the Rogan sphere has been sort of collapsing lately in terms of their relevance, in terms of their support. There's a whole bunch of YouTube channels that are now like dedicated to making fun of them. Act, as you can see on screen. Yeah, it's just it caught up with them. All of their fame, their like moment in the sun, it sort of caught up with them, and now people realize like, hey, they got super political and they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about, and so that's leading to some backlash. So here you have there's a comedian by the name of Mark Maron, who's, he's been out there for a long time doing his thing. He used to be, I think back in the day, he was even an Air America radio host. And, him and Rogan do not have the same politics. Maron is definitely on the left. And now Maron is sort of getting a moment in the sun here, because in his recent special, he took aim at the Rogan sphere and he went to town, bro. And it was beautiful. It was a glorious thing to see. And one of the things he said, if Hitler was alive today, I think he would go on Theo Von's podcast. And he had a whole bit about that, and it was pretty fucking funny. Well, apparently, he's guns blazing in every which direction for the Rogan sphere, so we got a great video here from American Redact, and let's see what Marin's been going around saying.
The thing with Joe,
Yeah.
is I don't know that we have a lot to talk about because of my idea of what he's done to comedy.
Sure.
And I don't think it's great. I think that it's tribalized, and I think that he's created a sort of army of people that think they know comedy, but they only know a specific thing, and what they think is good is not necessarily good, and maybe what they're like.
So it seems that Mark Maron has reignited his decades-long beef with Joe Rogan and his group of comedic assassins, as he just called them out on 2 separate podcasts in the span of a week. And Mark Maron's not just going after these guys because he doesn't like them. As he puts it, he has reasonable criticism for them.
It's reasonable criticism.
Reasonable criticism.
Yeah.
Like in his most recent special, Panicked, Mark actually spends a good portion of time calling out the anti-woke comedy scene that Rogan's forged in Austin, criticizing them for normalizing slurs, punching down at marginalized groups, and overall platforming dangerous ideas.
Pterodactyl arms? You're supposed to put that nigga on the grill. He ain't even supposed to live.
And if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend you go watch that entire special. But to give you an idea of what he talks about in that special, here's him poking fun at the idea of Theo Von having Adolf Hitler on his podcast, and what exactly that would sound like.
I think if Hitler were alive today, he'd probably appear on Theo Von's podcast. And Theo would be like, "See, y'all did a lot of meth, right? I mean, all up on meth, right, Hitler? That shit'll make you crazy, dog. Did some meth once. I was up for 3 days, and then I ate a live bird. No shit, Hitler, a live bird, bro. Hey, Hitler, you probably didn't even hate the Jews. That was just the meth making you crazy, dog."
So now he's on a podcast press tour for that new special, and he's sent shots left and right at the entire Rogan sphere. Like in this recent Bad Friends episode, he goes at Rogan in a pretty hilarious and major way, roasting him for leading an army of enlightened meatheads, and predicting that they'll run out of material pretty quickly, since the majority of jokes that they tell are pretty surface-level jabs at marginalized groups that they've completely beaten into the ground. Like if you know anything about this Rogan era of comedy, you'd know that they do this quite frequently. Like to this day, they're probably still making COVID-19 jokes, and Mark Maron considers this shtick to be hack.
But yeah, me and who else? Rogan. Okay.
Who's that?
Joe Rogan. Joe.
Joseph Rogan?
Yeah, he's out of Texas.
Oh, Texas. Got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Got it.
Yeah. You love Austin, don't you? He's running half the planet out of Texas. Yeah. He's got a tight hold on the enlightened meathead.
Dude, Maron's disdain.
It's not just saying. It's reasonable criticism.
Reasonable criticism.
Yeah.
When was the last time you spoke?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess it would have been at the store. I never talked to him in Austin. I don't go into the club. I don't really think I'm on his radar. So,
Something tells me you are.
Oh, yeah. Something
tells me you are.
I don't, it's weird that you get lumped into a certain thing. And maybe it's my assumption that, his army of healthy fellas.
Is that their title? Army of Healthy Fellas is so good.
You just gotta, I gotta stay in, keep the machine.
Machine's gotta be good.
Yeah,
It's a shot at Bert. Go ahead.
What do you think the Austin shuffle ended up being?
No, that's
I think that it's so effectively tribalized at this point. It really comes down to material. I mean, at what point, it's like whatever they represented in terms of policy.
Sure.
And it's not a stretch. It's like they won. Trans people are frightened. They have no ability to get health care anymore, and they're afraid of being alive and having freedom. So that's done. When do you stop with the jokes? And like in immigrants, okay, well they're being ripped away from their homes, and they're all terrified, and okay, so that's done. When do you stop with the jokes? Right. I mean, it's one thing to pick on the vulnerable and the marginalized, but I mean they're down. I mean, why do you got to keep hitting them unless you're a hack? Now there's a question.
God, I love this guy, man. They do the whole, cry bully shit. They do the whole, victim shit. Like, we're the victims and fucking woke society's holding us down and comedians should be a fucking protected class and blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
Never die.
bro, you guys hitched your wagon to fucking Donald Trump. Now the motherfucker is building concentration camps, okay? Now he's bombing Yemen. He's bombing Somalia. He bombed Iran. He's arming and funding a genocide. He's taking over Gaza. He's launching a trade war on all of our top allies, and now inflation is going up as a result of it. Unemployment is going up as a result of it. Now you own this shit, right? Now you own it. And like you said, you got these marginalized communities you were making fun at their expense. But guess what? You guys won, bro. You guys won, and they're fucking hurting. So it's actually not funny. This is actually not funny. I know Rogan doesn't buy into the mindset of, good comedy always punches up. Because I'm sure there are some examples where, you could punch down, and in theory you could find a way to thread that needle and make it witty and make it funny and make people like it. But, as a general rule, yeah, good comedy always punches up. Think of Bill Hicks. Think of George Carlin, for example. A lot of these guys, they're the quintessential example. They fucking punched up. That's what they did. And so they're legends as a result of it. They're both, you know, they're viewed as politics people, and like sort of, you know, philosopher type people, but also really fucking funny comedians. And they're the inverse of those people. They're just like right-wing hacks is what they are.
Mark, nonsense swing.
Yeah. Another issue that Mark has with Joe Rogan was one that Mark's had a problem with since the early 90s, which is that comedy is supposed to be for the quote-unquote sensitive weirdos, not necessarily for the high school locker room bullies that Joe Rogan's ushered in. And even though I don't fully agree with this stance, since to me, if you're funny, it is a stance that I've seen other comics take, like when Tim Dillon was calling out Brendan Schaub right after he released his insult of a comedy special, Gringo Poppy.
When I watch Brendan do that, it's like, I go, here's a big why should you see in a Ferrari and he should be able to rip people's faces off with his catcher mid hands? And I see him running around the stage going, you're gay now. You become gay. Why are you gay?
Was a fucking knight. He was a knight. And now he's a jester.
Now he's gay.
He's a gay jester.
He's a gay man. When you watch the special, he's like...
Yeah, I get it. I sort of agree with the American Redact guy, though. Like, it's possible to not be, like, a dweeb and make it in comedy, and, like, that's totally cool. But, again, general rule type thing, yeah, it was for, like, misfits. You know what I'm saying? People who felt like they didn't fit in normal society, and they found this little niche for them where, like, oh, I can speak my mind, and I can, like, get some attention, and I can make something of myself and stuff. So, like, I can get both sides of that. But, to me, that's not the issue with Rogan is not that. I mean... Now I'm going to contradict myself a little bit. Because, yeah, there is something a little bit contradictory about being, like, this jacked guy who's into MMA and into working out. And, like, you're a jack of all trades. You're, like, a Renaissance man. But then also, like, comedy is your thing. I feel like comedy, the real, true comic geniuses, those are the ones who, like, all they have is, like, that's their whole thing. You know? Whereas Rogan's got, like, 78 different interests. And, I mean, God bless him for that. Like, that's not a negative thing. That's actually a positive thing, and more people should have a lot of interest, like Joe Rogan has a lot of interest, but it definitely does sort of take away a little bit from the comedy. But to me, the bigger point is, it's the Trump, it's gonna always come back to the Trump thing. It's just sheer fucking hackery. And Joe knew better. He knew better. All the bullshit, oh, Trump's pro-free speech. No, he's not. He's not pro-free speech. He knows that's complete and utter garbage. He knows that this is a guy who wants to de-license news outlets that criticize him. Okay? Nonsense. Oh, Trump is anti-war. Joe knew that was bullshit. He's had me on his show, and I've told him to his face that Trump increased drone strikes over 400% in his first term alone. Okay? On that point alone, we're done here. Never mind the killing of Qasem Soleimani illegally. Massive escalation with Iran. Pulling out of the Iran nuclear agreement. Trying to coup Venezuela. Stealing oil from Syria and occupying Syria. Like he knew all these things. And so that's why it's so immensely hacky.
Main issue with this is that the weirdo alt comics have sort of been pushed to the side in recent times. And when Mark brings this point up to Bobby Lee, he actually gets him to join in on trashing awesome comics, which was just great to see. That's a problem.
I'm telling you, man, the tides have turned on these guys. It really is incredible. They had their moment in the sun, and now everybody's sort of like, hey, fuck you guys.
Yeah, so... And if
you're talking about the Rogan Spirit.
You're talking about what you're saying. Yes, I think we all still do exist, but the nature of the comedy business is fragmented and some of it's tribalized. But there used to be a lot more weirdos around who were kind of exciting and interesting and took it a different place. I would argue with just talky talk comedy, there's not that many people bringing it to a different place, dude.
Right. Well, there is some good ones that, like, I think that kid Casey Rocket's really entertaining and fun and different and unique. I think they're there, right?
Yeah.
I think the problem is there's so much sludge, there's so much shit, there's way more noise than we've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
So it's hard to appreciate or even care because all that's really being shown is kind of the constant, like, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him. So I'm
tired of the attitude.
I thought you were going to say violence in this country.
No. They come up back to LA. One guy, I wanted to say, oh, you seem like you're thriving. I'm killing it.
Killing it, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, whoa, dude. You moved out because you couldn't survive here.
Yeah.
This is a different...
It's an animal.
It's an animal.
Well, I think the weirdos you're referring to, by the way, were birthed, and I defend this till I'm fucking blue in the face, were birthed at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And I think I always push, I was like, people don't know that about the store. They think they hear this, like, corporate bro, and that happens internally in LA a lot, too, where they're like, store is a fucking, whatever, sellout factory of fucking bro comics, because
not anymore.
No, but there was a wash of it that came through, and I think...
Yeah, Joe, they moved to Austin.
At some point with these comics, with Joe's era of comics, it wasn't about comedy anymore. It became more about, I'm going to say the offensive thing that I'm not supposed to say that's going to get me backlash. And so really, it wasn't comedy anymore. It became like controversy farming. And like Tony Hinchcliffe's a great example of that. And it's like, at some point, anybody can say the thing that you're not supposed to say. Anybody can be offensive, right? And if you're just in a competition to see who can be the most offensive, who can piss off the most people, like, all you're getting is like oohs and ahs and ughs in the audience. It's not really a laugh anymore. And that's the point, is that like we've hit peak anti-woke bullshit where, you know, and that's how you get all these people supporting Trump, either passively or actively. And like, yeah, that bubble has burst, and thank God it's fucking burst, because it's long overdue. And all it took was Trump building concentration camps and rounding up innocent people with no due process before everybody went, that, maybe we should have embraced this as a society. Yeah, that seemed like a bad idea. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.
Kraken, there are a lot of things that we do for our clients, a lot of things that we have in place that safeguard those funds. One is the long, complex passwords that you can choose. You also have the ability to approve new devices that log into your account. So say you log in to your Kraken account from a brand new iPhone and you're in Miami, Florida, we're going to send you an email that says, hey kid, are you trying to log in from an iPhone? Is that really you? You're coming in from Miami, and you as a user can see that. You're like, yeah, that's me. I just tried to log in. Okay, I'm going to tap approve device, and then you're able to access your account. And so that's like another set on top of the...
All right, guys, we don't talk enough about RFK Jr. RFK Jr. is a literal demon, and I need everybody to understand that. So I got a couple stories here that we could put together, but this is in the Daily Beast. Floridians urged to avoid Maha's favorite drink amid E. coli outbreak. So, in other words, what they're saying here is a bunch of people were drinking raw milk, straight out the udder, and 20 of them had to be hospitalized because there was an E. coli outbreak. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Make America healthy again, or make America shit itself again? You tell me. More than 20 people in Florida are suffering from bacterial infections after drinking raw milk, a product championed by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. The Florida Department of Health issued an alert Monday, warning that raw milk sold in North and Central Florida have been linked to a wave of Shiga toxin-producing E. coli. The infection can cause gastrointestinal issues and can lead to kidney failure in young children. At least 21 people, including 6 children under age 10, have already fallen ill with Campylobacter and E. coli infections in the region. 7 were hospitalized and reported severe complications from the infections. By the way, look, if you're a total fucking moron and douchebag and you want to drink whatever sort of all natural products,
what's up, you beautiful woman?
Hola, mi amor.
¿Cómo está, you beautiful woman? How you doing? Oh,
Terminate outpost destroyed.
¿Y cómo ella sigue?
Ahí entre todo eso van a estar
¿Qué es lo que le está dando a ella otra vez en la sangre? ¿Qué es lo que dijeron que?
ella tiene un tipo de cáncer,
Y hay cura para eso.
la quimio. Pero ella tenía miedo, ella se la pensaba, y cuando se la dio la otra vez, pero era porque ya ella tenía como una infección cuando le vino a se le tumbó la defensa, entonces se le pegó.
Deploying equipment package.
No ha comido nada todavía.
Sí.
En serio, sí. ¿Verdad?
A las 10 de la noche.
Sí, yo voy a ir al hotel en un rato, voy a bañarme, me voy a quedar, amanecer ahí.
Pero usted no ha comido nada, ¿no?
Y yo paso de un pronto a comprar unos sándwiches.
Pero ¿por qué usted no ha comido nada? Explícame eso.
Porque no tengo huevo, no tengo nada de comer.
¿Yo no compraste ninguna cosa? ¿No como 3 días?
No. Yo fui al supermercado, pero yo no compré huevos. Yo compré como cereal y unos pork rinds.
¿Y por qué tú no compraste huevo?
Porque se me olvidó que yo pensaba que yo tenía más y, no y era mentira. Me equivoqué.
Democracy's on its way.
Sí. Oh, man. Te estás riendo tú de eso. Y yo, ¿qué es eso?
Eagle One withdrawing to rearm.
You will never destroy our way of life.
Lo que están pasando esa gente en Gaza.
¿Cómo diablos se paga la comunidad de Pueblo? Para mí la comunidad es lo primero.
Get some! Get some!
No, sí. Hay gente en el mundo. Ay, malo, pues tú, entonces yo no sé.
Gas strike incoming.
Yo lo estoy haciendo porque yo sé que no es la forma, yo sé, yo no soy bruto, yo no sé por qué que yo no sé, como que yo nunca me he sentido así como yo me siento, como incompleto, yo no sé.
¿Incompleto?
Oye, dije que el agua está llegando ya.
Ah, pues yo estoy haciendo mi trabajo mal, entonces.
There's something here.
Que tú me quieres, que yo te guste. Tú me estás diciendo, te preguntas por ejemplo, ahora.
No es, no, please, man. Déjame ver si es verdad, que está llegando la agua. Ay, Dios. Pero ya es muy tarde para yo cancelar el hotel. A mí me van a cobrar como 100.
¿Y cuánto te van a cobrar?
100 y pico. Casi los 100 dólares. No, lo que yo voy a hacer, yo me voy al hotel como quiera. Pero yo voy a comprar. ¿Qué horas son? 10. Van a ser las 10 ya, sí, déjame ir. Me voy a llevar todo, voy a amanecer ahí, tú sabes, tranquilo ahí en el hotel.
Pero comprar comida, no te vayas ahora sin comida.
No, yo me voy, eso es lo que yo voy a hacer. Yo voy a comer, yo lo que voy a comer es un cosa de pollo, nada más. Ya. No voy a comer mucho. Pollo y papa. ¿Ah?
Una conversación pendiente, no te me vas a hablar.
¿De qué?
De lo que estamos hablando, no sé ahora.
De lo que tú dijiste que yo no me siento completo.
Que yo dije, no, que tú dijiste.
No es que, ay no, baby, no eres tú, mami, esas son cosas que yo me pongo a pensar vaina, tú sabes, vaina mía. Yo comienzo a pensar estupidez, que yo no debería de estar pensando. Que yo mismo recuerda como yo dije que yo estoy tratando de mejorar como una persona y como un hombre, como todo. Algunas veces, tú sabes, la mente mía se va a lugares que...
There's something here.
active nearby.
Last reload.
You have served democracy well. Extraction awaits.
Out of ammo.
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius.
Freedom forever!
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
ETA T-minus 1 minute. Firing gas strike. ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates. Pelican 1 landing in progress. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Every Helldiver lost is an unspeakable tragedy. But this mission had fewer unspeakable tragedies.
One shudders to envisage what repulsive larvae gestates within the gloom as we speak.